always related to the concept of the marble in the bowl.
Yeah.
Like what I've been playing with is like I imagine the turn as a bowl, and I want to focus on what I do between those two bowls. And like I would like to reach, for example, that would be the entry of, let's say, a bobsleigh tunnel or a bowl or whatever.
Yeah.
But what I want is to view like the wall would be like the right poles over here.
Yeah.
And I want to release in a way that, let's say that wall has an height. I want to climb. I want to climb that wall. But I don't want to sand, like for example, the feet in the entrance, but not the mass.
Yeah.
To climb that wall, that's what I try to do. I need to allow the mass to go with the base, first of all, in the entrance.
Yeah.
For sure, when I'm going to climb the wall, they're going to take two different paths.
Yeah.
But my goal right now is to climb a little bit higher on that wall with a bit more of a precision in the unload. If I unload too quick, like we were talking about, I'm going to miss the entrance. I release a bit quick, I pop up, miss the entrance. So I'm very careful how I unload in order to climb that wall. But to climb that wall, again, I cannot only shoot the base, I need to shoot both pieces, base and mass. And once I'm there, for sure, then I start to change a little bit the path of both pieces. Like, what's your feeling on this?
I think that's interesting. Where did you come up with that, like climb the wall? I really like that concept. I've never heard that before. I like it.
It comes from a video, Japanese video, that I think that's what he's talking about.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. But he was doing this motion with his hands.
Okay.
And he's kind of it's Takao Maruyama. He's on there's a bench.
Yeah.
And then he's putting one foot on the bench, and then he's putting the outside foot higher. So, like what I view is like the entrance. Like let's say a skier who doesn't take a lot of chances would be taking their entrance in the middle, but wouldn't climb the wall.
Okay.
But if you master the way you release and you're keeping a little bit of direction in that release, it's going to allow you to climb that wall. The more you climb the wall, the more swing effect you're going to have coming down that wall. But if you release quick and go there, you miss the point.
You missed it.
So that's what I'm working on a little bit. So that's why I want both pieces to go like in the entrance. I don't want to sand the base here and the mass here.
Yeah, yeah.
Once I'm in, I'm going to climb and then diverge a little bit to create a little bit more like an edge angle.
Yeah.
But the higher I climb, the more acceleration I get on the other side. So sometimes I feel with like some guys, they stay at the bottom of the bobsleigh thing. They don't go on the walls.
Right. Right.
And that comes from a release that is a little bit too quick, and that takes them down a little bit.
Right. So it's finding the release that's doing this.
Exactly, that takes you up that half pipe, if you wish.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Like,
that's good.
Yeah, and you know, the way I view it is, for example, if I finish the arc, let's say my skis, they point in this direction. I want my release to take me higher than I was to reach that wall. If my release takes the tip down already, that's more intermediate. But if I'm here, balance on the left, and yes, I'm reducing the edge, but I keep climb that wall. I try to, in the water skiing, we say, keep your direction outward as much as possible.
Yeah.
That's what I'm after.
That's good.
So let's do that.
I like
My
that.
trajectory coming out of that turn. Like I want, exiting that bowl, I want a trajectory that will reach the wall of the other one. So to manage that trajectory, you manage it through a precise unload. And it's quite tricky to be consistent with that.
Yeah. So when you say precise unload, does it involve finding the direction with the ski? Like
for sure.
It involves the...
For sure. Yeah. And when I release that, yeah. If I release a little bit, let's say I release, like I see a lot of people releasing too much before they get to neutral, so they lose the energy up. Yeah. So try to keep the energy until you're back to neutral, but you still have some to go up that wall instead of spending it going up. So that's something I want to play with. But to do all this, for example, let's say I finish the turn here, I'm on my left foot. The next time I'm going to be on my right foot is where your is. Right. It's higher than me. Right. Instead of going there, I'm getting lower. I try to go higher to really gain some performance and to shape that first half of that ball. They're missing some, like the trajectory they take when they exit is wrong. Yeah. Like they exit, they try to go towards the fall line, and they don't ride the wall of that ball.
This is so good.
And you know what? Yeah. Like you release, and what I see too much also is the mass going towards the middle of the ball. Yeah. But you really gotta focus on exiting, finding the wall, and ride that wall. Yeah. So that's what I'm working on.
Yeah, this is really good.